The mentorship stuff that I've actually done is kind of about how to basically take yourself from like point A to point B, whatever that point A and point B is. If you're starting at 100 followers and you have no music out, or if you're like a little further along. And I just establish a baseline early on with the artist, like what would you consider success at the end of our like time together, and then we sort of build it backwards from there. And basically it's nothing like, it's not the old like post this many times on this social media kind of thing. It's, I think, a little more like practical stuff that I did that I didn't know I was really doing, or that I wasn't conscious that I was doing, that I used to kind of get myself out there a little more. It's like, if you want to release on XYZ label and they're not listening to your demos, like I was like, you know what, let me see who is releasing on this label. It's artists. I would make a list of like 10 artists and I hit those artists up. Like, you want to work together, with the idea in my head of like, all right, like they already released on the label. Maybe the label will actually pay attention to the demo if it's a collaboration with one of those artists or something. And so it's like just little techniques that I think younger artists can use to like slowly kind of tick yourself up the ladder, work with the person that's a little bit bigger than you, a little bit bigger than them, this label that's associated with this one. And it's just like having some kind of a business mind along with the music, and using some strategies instead of just like making a shitload of music and like kind of seeing what happens. That's sort of like the crux of the course, I guess. But you can apply it to everything. I tell them too, like, you might have your eyes on some DJ that I really wish, for me at the time, I was like, I really want Carnage to play my music. That was, to me, would have been like, the apex of, so like, I didn't just happen to like get lucky. Like at the time I was working with Lunatics, who no longer are around, if you remember them. They were part of like a group. It was like me and Lunatics, Vargo, who's VRG now, and we had like this little collective, and they had like a connection to Carnage. And I was like, all right, maybe me and Lunatics do a song together, like that'll get it in Carnage's hands. And sure enough, like that was the first song that I had that he played. It was a song, GHGH, Go Hard or Go Home. It's just like, or like remix an artist song. The first time Junkie Kid ever reposted one of my songs, it was a remix of a Junkie Kid song. And, that's what got his attention. So like, it's not that far fetched. Like all of it makes sense. It's just a matter of like, sometimes just almost thinking inside the box. Don't try to get too cute with it. Just do the things that make sense. You're giving them something that, like, I just think of it like, you got to put yourself in their shoes. Like, what's going to make, I ran that label Festival Trap for a while. Go Hard runs it now. But even with that, like, I know from my, like, as much as it sucks to say, like, I would get a lot of demos and I'd skim through the ones of people I didn't recognize if I was real busy that week. Like, and if I got like a couple from people I knew that like I had released before, like those are the ones I'm going to listen to and give like a second listen to. It's just human nature. So like, you have to keep that in mind. Like, everybody that's behind these things, like, they got a million things going on besides like listening to your demo and giving it a fair shot. So whatever you can do to like better your chances, just like do it.